This is a Heart and Hand production.
Hello everyone, it's David here after Rangers went out the League Cup with a 3-1 defeat to Celtic at Hampden today after extra time. I didn't get up to the game today because of family emergency. I've spent most of the weekend in the hospital, but got away to watch the game, and unfortunately it was familiar failings, some of them within our control and some of them beyond our control, which cost us. For me, there were three main reasons I think Rangers didn't win the game today. One, fundamental lack of quality. Too many players who simply aren't good enough to play for Rangers. Two, our inability to start games quickly, to hand the advantage to a team and then have to be chasing. And although the team did chase well and did show a lot of heart in the second half, you're always giving yourself a mountain to climb by continually giving teams a start. And finally, the refereeing, because Rangers had to play 90 minutes against 11 men with 10 today, and it should have been 15. It was a red card for Tello Asgard, and I know some of you said, well, he doesn't mean it, it's intent. It's the same as the penalty, it doesn't matter. And it is a red card. You can't go studs high into someone's thigh and get sent off. No issues there, none at all. But nor can you kick someone on the head deliberately, and that is exactly what Trusty does to Jack Butland. Watch it back. He has time. He had to make a decision to do that. It's not an inevitable collision and it's not accidental. He knew exactly what he was doing. And the idea of, well, he didn't kick him that hard, that's not the point. He kicked him in the head. It is dangerous. Of course it's endangering an opponent, and he should have been sent off. But as usual, in these matches, it goes against us, and Rangers really need to start taking action against this, because it's every big game against that lot. It's more out than in last year, and who knows what would have happened, but I'd have felt we'd have had a better chance 10v10 for 75 minutes than, as I say, having to play 10v11 for that. But Rangers were actually good in the second half, although the first half terrible. Too many people that were as nervous as kittens in that first half. They really were. The defence, it was like constantly anything in there was a problem. We nearly conceded a comedy own goal by not dealing with the situation, and then Giga smashes the ball off Nico Raskan up into the net, and it was ruled out for offside in the build-up, thankfully. But then a minute later, concede from a corner, set piece, been a problem for us for so long. And then Tello Asgard's red card, and you just thought at that point, well, this is a disaster, and it was. The first half was a total disaster from Rangers, made worse by two chances for Yusuf Chermiti that he absolutely has to bury, and doesn't come close. Puts one past the post when he's straight in on goal, and then doesn't connect with one at the back post when he's just got the keeper to beat. It's not the boys' fault we've spent 8 million on him. It's Kevin Thelwell's fault we've spent 8 million on him. But he looks a truly awful footballer at this point. And I've said before, Thelwell should go, and it's for decisions like that. It's a scandalous decision for Rangers to have invested this amount of money in a player who is nowhere near ready, nowhere even close to ready. If he'd come through the ranks right now as a youth, earning cost us anything, I'd be saying send him out on loan for game time. And you saw it again today. Second half, Rangers did battle back, made the game very kind of breakneck pace and took advantage of that. Again, had some opportunities. Jack Butland's made a number of good saves, to be fair, but we were, I think, on top. You wouldn't have been able to tell that it was 11v10 at that point. We got back into it with a penalty towards the end. Gassama's shot is going in. You can see it clearly on the replay, and it's a little bit like the Phil Jagielka one you maybe seen earlier in the season. What can I do to get out the way of it? Ralston leaps across into it and it hits him on the elbow. It's a penalty. And there's a question of whether or not it could be a second yellow card. I'm told that if the ref does decide it's a penalty, he then has to give the yellow. So again, another decision that just happened to go their way at a key moment. Extra time though did for us. Jack Butland's made a mistake with a shot from outside the box from McGregor that he should save. And then again, a minute later, he's made a worldie of a save from a header. He is an enigma, Jack Butland, as my wee pal CJ Novo said. And after that, we were up against it. Again, we get back into it. Gassama's had a very good chance to make it 2 each. He doesn't take. But Celtic get a third late on, a mistake by Joe Rothwell, who does not have the excuse of tired legs, as he was just on. And he's cocked that up. We need better players. We've signed a lot of players who are just not up to it. Well, I say we, Thelwell has signed a lot of players who are just not up to it. And heartened that Kavanagh said there's money to spend in January, yet terrified what he will spend it on. Rangers need some solid, dependable players in there, possibly even from our own league. It's time to give guys as well like Cameron a go ahead of people like Asgard who flatter to deceive. So a sore one, a disappointing day. I think in Danny Rule, we have a manager who's got a bit of something about him, I really do. I think there's improvement in a couple of the players already, and I thought Mikey Moore, when he came on, for example, was very good today and shows what he could bring to the side creatively. But we need strikers who can put the ball in the net, and it's not just Chermiti right now. Danilo blows hot and cold. Miovski has not looked much better. And again, I think the manager is working with two hands tied behind his back. One, as I say, caused by the lack of quality in the playing squad, and two, caused by the fact that in any big game, Celtic always have an insurance policy in the referees. So a sore one today, and we'll unpack it more on the flagship later in the week. Thank you very much for listening, and Dad, love you.